So I think for me, practicing calmness, letting her, like, if we have a hard day, where she sees a lot of dogs or a lot of people, just not going for a walk the next day, just doing a lot of training, and just, calmness exercises. I know I was guilty of training like the flashy stuff, like agility and tricks, which is really fun, and I still do. But I didn't do any training on like calmness or relaxation. So this course really forced me to focus on, stationing behavior and just calmness in general, which I was not good about. And I think that really was a game changer for Sadie. I've definitely seen a change in her, for the positive. So I think that was the biggest takeaway for me.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, I can totally see that. She's done really well.
Yeah, she's doing awesome.
Yeah. And how about you, Rachel?
Yeah, I can definitely say similar things in that I think the genius of the course is that it forces the focus back on those foundational things. And, as a goal-driven human person, it was frustrating at times to be like, okay, but like, what about the bat setups? What about the desensitization? But, in the veterinary world, we often look to like pharmaceuticals as a way to create a positive emotional state so that animals can, have positive memories and sort of be more conducive to that desensitization, bat type things. And while I definitely firmly believe in the role and place of psychotropic medications, I think it's really cool and really phenomenal to have some sort of non-pharmaceutical interventions to create that positive emotional state. And sorry, my partner's laughing at me. Oh no, she's on a different Zoom meeting. I just thought she was laughing at me. Yeah, just make it so that the training you do next is more effective and sort of sets everybody up for success. And I think from a personal side, all the stuff we'd been doing before, I felt like our progress had really plateaued because I could just never get Isaac down to a level of arousal where we could continue to make progress. Like for example, we'd play like the look at that game and he'd do it, he'd be great, but he'd also just be like super keyed up the entire time. So yeah, I think, like I said, the genius is the forced, intentionally slow pace and focus on the foundational stuff.
Mm-hmm. That makes total sense to me. And I like the idea of thinking of this as sort of an alternate to medication or, adjunct or whatever, as people might do, but that it really just opens up that space for the dog to be relaxed. And it takes, medications take a couple of weeks to take effect too. So, and this is definitely more permanent and less potential for side effect, and absolutely something that people could be trying if thinking of one versus the other. Certainly makes sense to try this first.
I was actually, Grisha, thinking the other day when I was talking about, I was thinking about the rest, the rest periods and the importance. And really, it sounds like it's, I'm exaggerating, but not. It is as important or more important than the training itself, than exposing, than, all these things. And I see this, and the way like you can use it is thinking as if it was a drug. Like, okay, my dog needs a little bit more of this, and then I'll give more of this, and I see the reflection in the dog. So that is really, because you're actually getting physiological changes in the dog. Mm-hmm. So, it's the same thing that the pharmaceuticals are doing. So yeah. I also am in favor of pharmaceuticals in some cases, right? So it's not that I don't, I wouldn't use them, but we have all of this in our hands, literally, So I guess it's really slow down and allow other things to work.
Right. An organic first line of defense, as it were.